Hi everyone, it's Tracy. How are you? I am doing a part 2 of my trimmed decks that Peculiar Daughter brought out. It was her hashtag and she wanted to find out, what decks you had trimmed and how you felt about them afterwards and if you bonded with them further. So I'm doing a part 2. I have trimmed 3 decks. And I'm going to do the one, I still don't know about this deck. I really don't know. Anyway, it is the Angel Tarot cards by Doreen and Radleigh Valentine. This is the last card that I have got to trim. Now you see what we're dealing with here. There's lots of stuff going on this card. And it's a pure Doreen Virtue deck. This is how she rolls. It's her format, her formula. But I felt like I wanted to get closer to the images because the images are really busy. And what I found, like I'll show you some of the cards. So this is the after. Some of the images are stunning. But I've found with the people cards, see, we've still got a lot of print up the top there on that card. Some of the images on the people do not look like the printing has gone properly, or it's a real rough cut and paste. That's what it honestly looks like. It looks really rough. I'm just going to see when it was printed. So this is the guidebook that comes with it. What does it say? So it's a Hay House Publishing 2012, so it's not that old when you sort of think about it, but I just find it really surprising how some of these cards, they look disjointed. And I think I've spoken about this before with this deck. That the faces, oh no, that's right, because that's the Hanged Man. So she has renamed some of the archetypes. I mean, some of them are stunning. Excuse me. But it looks like, I know it's kind of a horrible analogy, but it looks like someone's got a toupee on and the toupee is not on correctly, so it looks a bit skew. Even when I was cutting these, you can tell that the picture was more to the left than it was to the right. It was really quite strange. So, I mean, this guy, his face looks odd. There's something, I will try and show you. I mean, this face looks odd. And I'm showing trim decks, but I just want to show the difference if I really, really connected with them. There are some cards where I just don't. I mean, she looks gorgeous. The earth ones, I think, are probably my favourite representation now, considering I've trimmed it. The animal ones are fine. Some of the water ones are a bit dodgy. This is a gorgeous one, Ace of Earth. So after I've trimmed it, you can see how much that has just popped. And you're not losing much by taking, what is it, a centimetre? Probably not even that, around the colour, taking that colour off from the border. But there are still some cards in there I just go, ooh, I don't know if I can go there. Yeah, like here are 2 examples of something's not quite right. Like it's like they've added the helmet on afterwards and it's not on straight. It looks like an afterthought. And some of the people's faces like the guy with the brown hair, I mean, it's just like the hair looks wrong. The blonde guy looks like his forehead's too big. It just doesn't look in proportion to me. Yeah, anyway, I'm not going to carry on with that one because I don't want to bag it out too much, but yeah, I'm happy with the way that it's turned out. Let's just put it that way. The successful one, well, these are the most successful ones, so I have actually found this new box that I had stashed, and some candles had come in, so it's got a magnetic lid, and this is where the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards live. So this was a trim suggestion from Lisa from Tarot Alchemist. Hello, my soul sister in New Zealand. And I'm super impressed with the result. So I'm either thinking of getting one of those little corner trim things, you know what I'm talking about, so I can get these nice round edges instead of the sharp corners, which will help with shuffling. So you can see that they look like a really nice size now. And they're really clear. Excuse me. I love the images. I'm not really doing this very well, am I? I'm still recovering from being crook. But yeah, I'm on the mend. Oh, I love that card. See how much it just pops now. And the colour. And you still got the hint of border around the edge, so you know what chakras you're dealing with. How sweet is that? Oh, I love it. And I thank Lisa so much for showing her trimmed decks, because I seriously probably wouldn't have done that myself, like getting rid of that whole white border, oh not the border, where the print was. It was just too much. Anywho, this is the special one. Now if you've been following me on Instagram, this one has a special place now. This is a very special deck since it's been trimmed. I am in love with it. I cannot imagine not having this deck now in my collection. So this is why it is wrapped in this gorgeous scarf that my friend got from Poland, that she gifted me. It's just like, love it. Okay, so this is the Goddess Tarot. I have actually added some names on the back of the cards because they've been renamed, so it's not the traditional Rider-Waite. I mean, it's still based on the traditional Rider-Waite. Oh my goodness. Not, I'm just going to keep, just show you the cards while I'm talking. So it's still the traditional Rider-Waite, but the goddesses, I've written the names on the back just so I can remember, and I'm not referring to the little white book all the time. Whoops. This dude's upside down. Oh no, she's a queen. Sorry, Queenie. 8 of Swords. I mean, look how clear that is. I love the size. So I don't have big hands. I think they're just sort of average hands. But it fits so beautifully. It even shuffles, and this is another thing that I sort of thought, have I stuffed it? Because I really like the weight. The weight of these cards is really, really good. And what was it, Tiger Abyss? I think he was mentioning in one of his reviews that I would stuff it up, because he talked about a trim deck and then the weight of it, the card, and I thought, have I damaged it? I don't think so. This deck is a second-hand deck, so it's had a long life. I don't think I've got the box here. I put the box away. But I'm super, super happy. So if you're thinking about taking the plunge, and obviously, you know, you will need to decide whether you want to do that if you're going to take the plunge. space between the notes was sort of wondering if he was going to trim the Angel Tarot, but after he's seen my job on doing it, he decided he would do it too. So yes, if it makes you connect, that was the whole point of Deborah at Peculiar Daughter. That was her whole point. If you're not connecting with the deck and you don't want to give it away, then you could alter it in some fashion. So I'm very, very happy with my new decks that have been trimmed. This one is still on the fence. We shall see. We shall see how I bond with it now. So that is part 2 of my trim decks. I was sort of thinking, what else could I trim? I'm going, no more. No more. There's nothing else that needs to be trimmed. So thank you very much, lovely people. If you've got any suggestions or any comments that you want to make on that, please do, and go and check out. I'll leave the links below for Peculiar Daughter and the Tarot Alchemist. Also Space Between the Notes and Tiger Abyss. Okay, bye-bye.